Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a bit of a mess, but I'm going to try to piece it together for you as best I can, and I hope you stick around till the end for some fun video clips and maybe just a good image or two. So I had this really great idea for a video today. I was going to get up early, I was going to go down to my local beach and shoot sunrise because it was supposed to be a good day for it. Then I was going to come home and get all charged up, and then I was going to drive over to the west coast of Florida and shoot sunset there. So one coast for sunrise, another coast for sunset, all on the same day. Well, hey, good morning everybody, and welcome back to another video. Look at that ocean. It's like a lake. It's been a long time since I've seen it that flat. It's gonna make for some great long exposures though. And look at those moody clouds. It's beautiful, but there's enough break in them that we're already getting some light, so hopefully those really light up, and the closer we get to sunrise, we're about 40 minutes away from sunrise right now. It should be happening straight out there. Yeah, it's beautiful this morning. So the real reason though for heading over to the west coast, I was going to meet up with fellow YouTuber and photographer Jim Fisher and his wife Michelle, who were down here in Florida visiting a friend. Oh yeah, those first couple of shots look really great. So I'm at ISO 100, f11, 30-second exposure. That water just looks like absolute glass. Starting to get some nice color out there now. Not much movement in the clouds. I probably won't have any streaking. Yeah, what a beautiful morning. So I'm down here at my local beach, Deerfield Beach, to shoot sunrise. And then I'm gonna go home for a little bit, and then I'm gonna head over to the west coast of Florida. That's about a 2.5-hour drive. And I'm going to be meeting up with fellow YouTuber James Fisher from Vintage Insight Photography. Him and his lovely wife Michelle are down here in Florida for about a week or so, and so we agreed to kind of meet halfway, and that's kind of on the west coast of Florida because they're up in, I believe, Tampa area right now. So he's going to head south, I'm going to head west, and we're going to meet in Naples, Florida. Now, my sunrise outing didn't go exactly as planned. So we're in the height of what we call our snowbird season. And snowbirds are what we call people from like the Northeast United States or up in Canada who come down here to live for a couple weeks or a couple months over the winter months while it's cold up there. And there's just people everywhere. The traffic is terrible. And they all rush down to the beach right before sunrise. So I could not find a composition that didn't have people all in my shot. Okay, so I've actually moved back away from the rocks a little bit, but zoomed in a little bit more, trying to include a little bit more of the rocks in the foreground, and then the pier kind of in the center of the frame. It's kind of unbalanced to the right-hand side of the frame, so that's why I zoomed in a little bit, kind of bring that photo in a little bit. And I guess adding just a little bit of balance to the right-hand side of the frame. I have those clouds up there that are starting to really light up now because sunrise is kind of breaking that cloud bank out there. Maybe not the greatest composition, but it's the best I can do in this location right now. Now I have another group of people standing right in front of me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be doing some editing on these photos to make these work. But yeah, it's all part of seascape photography or beach photography, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, people are part of the equation, and you can't blame them for wanting to see a beautiful sunrise. So, all right, I think I'm gonna take just a couple more, and then I'm gonna wrap it up from here. I'm gonna go home and get cleaned up. I'm sure Jim will appreciate that. And then I'm gonna start my drive over to the west coast of Florida. And yeah, really looking forward to meeting Jim and his wife, Michelle. And it should be a great time. And hopefully we have a beautiful sunset on that side on the west coast of Florida. And yeah, get a good vlog in. And I think he's gonna be doing one on his channel as well. So, all right, let's get going, and we'll see you on the way over to the west coast. Now, no big deal. I can always clone the people out of my shot. I was just kind of frustrated at the time. But as I was packing up, getting ready to come home, I smashed one of my feet on a partially submerged rock, and it hurt. Oh my God, did it hurt. And I was jumping around in pain and cussing like a sailor. And as I was doing that, I smashed my other foot on that same partially submerged rock. And I was in so much pain. I hobbled back to the car, drove home, and long story short, I think I broke a toe on each foot. Ouch. But nothing was going to stop me from meeting Jim and Michelle. So I packed everything up, took a few pain relievers, got in my car, and headed to the west coast, broken toes and all. Okay, so I got the car all fueled up. I went inside, grabbed some snacks and some drinks for the drive over. What you didn't see this morning when I was leaving the beach, I'm always at the beach barefoot, and there was some partially submerged rocks, and I smashed not one toe, but 2 or 3 toes on both feet, and one's a bloody mess, and the other one's already black and blue, so I'm not sure if that one's broken, but it hurts like crazy. All right, let's go. 2.5 hours, west coast of Florida, Naples, Florida. Let's go. And it's a good thing I left early, because I was supposed to meet Jim and Michelle at 3 o'clock, and a 2.5 hour drive just takes me a little bit longer than most people. So I had to pull over about halfway there because I have the bladder of a child. But yeah, so I'm on Alligator Alley, which is a highway that goes from the east coast to the west coast of Florida, straight across. And when I was a kid, it used to be a 2-lane highway with no fences, and alligators would come out onto the highway and sunbathe, and traffic would get stuck for miles in both directions. But now it's a 4-lane highway, and it has fencing and canals and stuff like that to keep the alligators off. But yeah, I was just standing here along the canal, and there's a beautiful heron, or no, sorry, I think it was an egret actually. So I'll put that up on the screen for you now. I'm gonna get back on the road, and we'll see you over on the west coast. But I got there right on time. I met Jim and Michelle, and we headed down to the beach to get set up for our sunset shot. Now, being from the east coast of Florida, sunsets don't mean a whole lot to us over here. We have the sunrises, and I never really thought much about it, but I was shocked when I walked onto the beach there in Naples on the west coast, and there was people everywhere on a Monday afternoon. I guess I should have realized, east coast, we have the sunrises, west coast, that's what they do, sunsets. Now, needless to say, doing a vlog with the tripod and the vlogging camera with all those people around was nearly impossible. And people were genuinely interested in what we were doing with all of our cameras. I had my vlogging camera and my Sony A7RIII on the tripod. Jim had his cameras plus his drone and his GoPro, and they were kind of just interested in what we were doing. And with all those people around us asking what we were doing, wondering what we were doing, and watching what we were doing, I was so nervous I couldn't put together a coherent vlog. And actually trying to find different compositions was nearly impossible too, just because of the sheer amount of people with their cell phones trying to get their own sunset photos. Okay, so what you're about to see are just a bunch of random video clips from that night, plus some of the drone footage that Jim has shared with me. But I hope they portray how much fun we really had. I know personally I had a blast. It was great to meet Jim and Michelle, and it was really an honor for me to get to shoot with Jim, because he's a photographer that I've really looked up to for the last couple of years that I followed him. Just an amazing YouTube channel, and just so much photography knowledge. And like I said, it was just a pleasure to meet them both. Okay, enough talking. I'm gonna roll those video clips now, and there'll be some images from the whole day at the very end, and then I'll be back here at the very end to wrap it up. There you go, we got Jim Fisher down on the beach here in Florida, really getting into it. Last time I saw him on the ground, I think he was out in his western road trip. Somewhere in New Mexico, I believe it was. Really lost the light really fast. I am not a sunset photographer. I am definitely much more of a sunrise photographer. In fact, I can't really remember the last time I photographed a sunset. So we're getting pretty close to sunset. I'm already down to, I'm at f11 ISO 100, a sixth of a second, so almost to the shutter speeds where it creates that really nice motion around the pilings. Jim brought his drone in for a landing. I'm sure you got some amazing footage with the colors in the sky tonight. That is a sunset right there. That is what the west coast of Florida is known for right there. That sky is amazing. Steal my shot. And there's Michelle, Jim's lovely wife. We're really losing light fast now. So amazing to come to this side of Florida, get to meet Jim. Been watching his channel for 2 years now. Just such an amazing photographer, such a nice guy. His wonderful wife, Michelle, just such nice people.
That's one thing I was unanticipated. I was here doing this. My first time ever on a beach on sand doing photography. Sand is everywhere. I went to drop one of my tripod legs so I could get up a little higher with that lens, and it's stuck. It's stuck.
I mean, it's all over the handle of your...
Yeah, of this little bendy tripod. I'm sure this
you'll find it in your backpack.
Yeah.
You'll find it for days.
Yeah.
It's the gift that keeps on giving after you're back home in Michigan.
Yeah, excellent. I am excited beyond belief about that. Light source going on.
It's like portrait photography at the beach.
That's it.
You need to find a model. We're looking for a model. We got the portrait lighting going on here. So we're going to wrap this up for tonight from the west coast of Florida, Naples, Florida, and Jim's going to drive north back to Venice, I believe.
Venice, where we're staying, yeah.
I got about 2.5 hours back to the east coast, but what a sunset tonight. We picked a great night for this. A great night to meet. It's been great.
It's been great.
And Jim's beautiful wife, Michelle.
There she is. 29 years this June we will have been married. All right, Paul.
Thanks, everybody.
It's been fun. Hey, this is the closest we're going to get to arm wrestling.
This is it. Next time I'll be up in Michigan.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in this week. Hope you enjoyed the video clips and the images from a sunrise on the east coast of Florida and a sunset on the west coast of Florida, all on the same day, plus a get together with Jim Fisher. And I think Jim's doing his own video from this evening, so if he does, I will put that link down in the description below. And if you don't follow Jim already, head on over to his channel, hit that subscribe button. Just an amazing photographer and a wealth of knowledge. All right, everybody, have a great week. Stay safe out there. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you again here soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.